All right. We're about to get started on this CEO mindset, right? So there's a lot of things that come up when you talk about CEO, right? So I have a little quote on here to get the training started. So it says, if you allow the employee mindset to be the driving force behind your business, you may end up with a slew of short-term plans and no business direction. So I want you guys to let that sink in. And I want you guys to let that sink in, because who on this call has a job right now? You raise your hand. Perfect. Don't be shy about it, because any extra money that you're making is extra on top of your job right now, right? So the reason I asked you guys why, like who has a job, as you get comfortable in this job that you have right now, you start to get lazy, right? You start to kind of cut corners, you know, where you can go, how far you can go around things, right? You don't want to be there. You have a bad attitude. You maybe stop doing certain things that you know that you should do. Type a 1 in the chat if that's you. And it's good. It's not good or bad. It's just what it is. That's what happens when you get tired of the job, right? So that's an employee mindset, because nothing's on your, like, you're not paying for everything. You're not paying for the supplies. You might be using too much of that supplies, and it's costing the company money, right? And you're like, oh, it don't matter. It's not my money. But when you're the CEO of a company and CEO of a business, all that stuff comes to effect, right? Most businesses, the CEO has to have a payroll, has to purchase products, all that stuff. The beauty of this business is that you're the CEO of your business. All you have to do is get registered with Herbalife. You don't have to worry about shipping anything. You don't have to worry about inventorying any of that. You don't have to worry about like creating your own website where people can buy products. All you gotta do is follow the videos and link it up, right? I was listening to the Mark Hughes video earlier. I posted in the Telegram. Go ahead and watch that. And he was talking about this guy that made $10,000 in business with Herbalife. And he thought he was real smart. He's like, oh, I'm making $10,000 in this business. I'm going to go start my own company. And guess what happened? He didn't know he had to deal with lawyers. He didn't know he had to deal with inventory. He didn't know he had to do with paying all the payroll, all the employees for the manufacturer, all that stuff. So it cost him a lot more money, and he went bankrupt. And guess what happened? Because he somehow was still doing his document or his volume to collect his check paid for all his bankruptcy with Herbalife. He wasn't even taking that seriously. So what I want you guys to get clear on is we have a great opportunity with Herbalife Nutrition to take this to the next level. You don't got to pay anyone to do anything. You don't have to worry about inventory. You don't have to worry about any of that, right? You get to use the products, get results, follow those 10 steps, wear the brand, and talk to people and share with people, right? So let's get into the slideshow real quick. And it's going to be interactive, so we'll get people off mute. All right. So we're going to take 2 seconds or like a minute for you guys to write down your goals. And the reason I'm saying this, and this is going to be like a crazy like goal planning session, but I want you guys to get clear real quick on 90 days from now, from today, not what you guys said at Extravaganza, which was 2 weeks ago, but 90 days from today, where do you want to be financially? Where do you want your business to be? And where do you want your mindset to be? So write down bullet points. You'll go back to it after this call and go over that, because I want you guys to be very clear on what you're looking to do with this business. Whether it's part-time, whether it's full-time, whether it's a hobby, like it needs to be clear so you know what to expect. Give you a second. All right. So who wants to be the first person that shares? Jolena. Perfect. So what's the first part of business? Of building a business?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
What did you say?
What's the first part of building the business in Herbalife? After you already got your results.
Then that's when I started welcoming people to join my team.
Exactly, getting clients. So in order to build this business and to make money and extra income around your jobs right now, or if you want to take it full time, make a lot of extra income, is getting clients, right? So how do we get clients? Who wants to share how they talk to someone about getting them started on a program?
I'll go.
All right, go for it.
So first and foremost, a lot of people see me or they see my clients' results. So they want to know about results, like what am I currently doing? So what I do is I invite them to take on the 3-day or the 5-day Clean Eat Challenge to get them started. If they're ready to go all in, I'll invite them just to do a 30-day challenge or a 21-day challenge, whatever challenge we currently have.
Perfect. So basically, to keep it very simple for you guys, there's no right or wrong way of getting them started, but you talk to them about what their goals are, right? Wellness profile, whether it's in person, phone, ask them what they want to accomplish. Then you get them started on products, whether it's a sample, whether it's a full 30-day nutrition program, whether it's a shake, you get them started, right? Sound simple?
Yep.
Perfect. You guys on the same page? Who's struggling to get more than 5 clients right now in a month? New ones. I'm not talking about reorders and stuff. It's okay if you're struggling. That's part of the business. Perfect. Especially when you're starting off, this is where it's key. This is where you get to have that mindset. So those 10 steps that Jasmine went over is going to determine how many clients you get, right? You make that 100-person list. If you guys haven't done that, that's one thing that's holding you back. If you have done that, are you texting people or are you calling them or what are you doing? I know that there's a few people on this call, Jolena especially likes to call people. That's how she builds connections with them and builds relationships, and that's how things get moving faster, right? Sometimes texting may be good for certain people, but it takes a long time to communicate something, and they can't get that kind of feeling and that excitement from that, right? That's why I love to do Zoom calls, because people can actually see us face to face. That's actually how we did Darren's wellness profile. We did it, us three, Jolena, Darren, and I were on the phone on Zoom, and we talked to him about his goals, and we got to see each other, even though he's in the UK. Crazy, right? Did you guys forget it was an international business? So exactly. So you can build this anywhere. So really building that relationship and getting them started. Now what happens when you get them started? What's the next step?
Follow up. You have to follow up with them.
Okay, but what happens? How are you following up with them? Like if they haven't even got the products yet, what are you doing? Come off mute.
So I take them through after the second they sign up for products. That's when I say, okay, you've now officially joined my team. So I give them instructions. I send a picture of my Zoom app with it circled, and then I say, send me a message to let me know that you've added Zoom, and then send me a message to let me know that you've added Telegram. I walk so I video conference like Darren and I did another Zoom. And I walk them through how to fill out a tracker, how to send a message, and then we do a personal, introduction in Telegram. And then the next day, usually that's when I take the day to read through the entire thread on Telegram so that they have all the information, so they're not missing info. And then I walk them through their workout. So the workout's the next phase. We make sure we go over the workout, how to stretch, everything that's included in their plan, right?
Yeah, perfect.
So that's some of the steps.
You nailed it perfect. The container, right? So that's what I was looking for, going above and beyond, plugging them into the container. Why is that? And all this stuff may seem basic, but sometimes we forget to do these steps, and that's why we're missing getting that client or missing that reorder, right? So if you guys are missing, or if you're not hitting 2,500, and we'll talk about the importance of that, you're not hitting 2,500 each month and you're not an active supervisor, it could be one of these steps that we're missing, that we're barely overlooking, and then this could change the game for you, right? So plugging them into container. Container, why? We've talked about this multiple times. It's that third person that they have no connection with that tells them the same exact thing that you guys have been telling them, right? Whether it's another client, whether it's another coach in there that tells them, who's senior man? Someone raised their hand that wants to talk. But it's that connection that you build with someone and they tell you like, oh, just have your 2 shakes a day, your 2 snacks and a meal. Even though you've been telling them that, your client told them that, and they're like, oh my God, now I lost 4 pounds in a week. So it's let the container do the work. Just like let this distributor, the Telegram, the Powerhouse chat, do the work for your new distributors, right? All right, let's get to too many different slides. All right, going back to slides. Wrong slide, my bad. All right, next step. What's going on? All right, anyways, I know what it is. Cancel. Next step. So what's the next step after you get clients, right? What are you guys trying to do? What's the next step of building a business?
Distributors.
Yes. Perfect. Who on this call has one distributor? At least one. And if you don't, no problem. And don't raise your hand like I'm scared to have one. Raise your hand. I see you, Blessing. Raise your hand like I got one. There you go. But perfect. So you guys are starting to build a business. But one thing that we have to be aware of is that when we have preferred members and distributors, we have to have documented volume. Obviously, every preferred member that orders, that's documented volume, right? Every distributor that orders personal consumption, is that documented volume or not documented volume? Type in the chat or someone come off mute. Yes or no?
No.
Perfect, great answer. So that's why it's important to have understand the business, right? You're the CEO of the business. Everyone, we're focusing on results. So everyone's gonna have personal volume, right? If you don't have personal volume, that means you're not consuming the products. That means you're not getting results, and that means people aren't gonna trust you because you're telling them to do something you're not doing, right? So there's always gonna be personal volume, personal consumption from your distributors. But the key is when they get started as a distributor, this is all in the US, Darren. Don't everything you do is documented. Don't worry about that. Just get a client. So the biggest thing is really getting clients as soon as possible, right? As a distributor, like when someone switches over to a distributor, we like to have two people ready to order. So we put money in their pocket. Why? Because it's like, oh snap, I got these 2 people from my 100-person list. I did 15 wellness profiles, or I did 2 wellness profiles with my mentor. Those people got started. I just made $100. What? Like that quick, right? That gives them belief and confidence in what's possible to build this business. So when we have, and this happens to everyone, we're gonna have these distributors that sign up like, I'm ready, I want to sign up, and never do anything, right? That's happens. That's the law of averages. That's why we talk about 100-person list, and I'll show you later the breakdown of this. That's why it's important to talk to so many people. We're gonna have those outliers that don't do anything. The biggest thing we want to do is to have the least amount of zeros in our downline, right? No zeros. It happens, but least amount. Meaning, if they're not putting any volume in for clients, we get to reach out to them, figure out what's going on. If they're not investing time, hey, it's okay that you're not investing time. If you're using the products for yourself, I suggest that you go back to preferred member so we can get you a bigger discount. And then when you're ready to get some, build a business and help other people, we can switch you back to a distributor. Does that make sense? You get to talk to them about their goals before you tell them to switch back. But you have to be able to realize what they're going through as well. If they're just ordering, go for it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I did have a quick question. If they do convert back to preferred member, then if they want to convert back to distributor, do they have to pay the fee again?
No, for the first time going back, they don't have to pay the fee.
Okay, perfect.
Because if
Thank
they're
you.
already distributor, they paid the 90, which is like 104, and then they go back, they don't get money back. But it's not like a flip flop back and forth like 20 times. All right. And if you guys have more questions about that, distributor relations, I'm not going to say the number because you should know it by heart already. That's your personal assistant, like George always likes to say. Any questions, business, clients, orders, all that stuff, call them. All right. Let me go to all right. Got that. So we talked about documented volume, and it's important. Why? Because this is what's going to help you move up the marketing plan. I know a lot of people on this Telegram have been saying they want to hit mill team, get team, and press team. Awesome. We got to put in a lot of work to get there, right? Helping a lot of clients, helping a lot of people get started in the business and start pushing through cuts of DAP, hitting supervisor in the first 2 months. Use this pilot program to be able to accelerate your business. Because we don't know if this pilot program is coming or staying till the whole next year, right? So this pilot program, actually, who can tell me what the pilot program is?
Okay.
Who wants to come off mute and tell me what the pilot program?
I
Go
will.
Plus,
One of you guys, go for it.
So you have 1 to 2 months to do 1,000 volume points and qualify for qualified producer. And then 1 to 2 months, 2,000 documented volume to hit supervisor.
Perfect. So this is what I like to tell people when they get set up, started as a distributor. So there's 2 options. You get to choose whatever speed you want to do it at. So we have the fast speed where it's going to double your income ASAP if you do what we tell you in 1 to 2 months, which is what Jolena did. She did it in a month or 2 weeks to hit supervisor. And I think Kyla, you guys did it too in 1 or 2 months. Perfect. So you get to supervisor as soon as possible. Why? Because that doubles the income of what you're doing, exactly what the same thing that you've been doing, right? Or you can take your time, and it's going to be 4,000 volume points, meaning about $4,000 in business to get to that same position. So which one do you want to choose? Make sense? And then obviously you give them the steps. What do you guys give them after you tell them that? You guys can come off mute. They tell you they want to go fast. What do you give them? What info?
What, the 10 steps?
Exactly. It all goes back to that. Super simple. 10 steps, get that business going, make that 100-person list. And just so you know, you can make a 100-person list each month by the amount of different things that are going on in your life. I know some of you guys go out to different places, travel. You guys meet tons of people. It's just being aware of where these people are at and getting their contact info. All right? So let's go back to this, and we're going to talk about DMO, which is Daily Method of Operation. For you guys, this is perfect. This is how you get to build your business. So there's different options like we talked about. Can you guys see this all right? Thumbs up. Perfect. So there's different ways to build your business. There's no right or wrong way. We were just talking to Jolena about this yesterday, but it's really what you want to plug into or what you're excited to do, right? So nutrition club, if you have a nutrition club or you're looking to do a nutrition club, and being aware of how many consumptions a day, like, is that really building your business, or are you just having a nutrition club just to say that you have one, right? So if you're going to have that, you're going to have to do flyers, you're going to do invites, whatever you need to do to have that consumptions go up, that foot traffic coming through the door, right? Social media. This is big because everyone's posting on social media, right? But how many clients are you actually getting, and how many distributors are you actually getting a day? or a month. And the reason I ask this is because we see a lot of people on social media that get hundreds of likes, thousands of likes, right? But then you actually talk to them and you figure out where their volume is. And I'm not saying that it's about volume, but you figure out where their business is and their volume is, and their volume's at 200 volume points. Like, that's something that as a CEO, you get to be aware of. Who are you talking to? Like, you get to ask questions. Don't take everything like so literal. Like, take what I'm saying, and I don't care if you guys take it and go with it or you take it with a grain of salt. But it's what you guys need to understand. It's your business. Like I talked about extravaganza. When it doesn't matter who tells you to go outside of the arena. It doesn't matter if it's chairman, president's team, 60K, Jorge Disney. I don't care who it is, right? You get to choose if you want to stay in the arena for yourself, or you want to go outside and miss the most important piece that would have changed your business, right? So you get to choose who you listen to and pay attention to everything that's going on. Social media is the reason I'm taking a little bit more time for this is because we see a lot on social media, right? We see a lot of people like posting, but how many people are they really getting started? How's their business going, right? Like, how many people are actually, like, as new distributors, building a business and making money, right? Because people can sign people up all day long. It doesn't count anything if there's no documented volume in there. That's not how we get paid, by signing people up. We get paid by getting people results by using the nutrition programs, nutrition products, right? All right, and then next one, it is shake parties. So if you guys are doing shake parties, if you guys like going to services, like going to businesses, like you're doing that, you might be sampling it, but don't be sampling full shakes. Like, out of those shake parties, how many people are you getting started as clients? If you need to do a shake party for 100 people and you get one client, talk to your mentor, because there's a conversation gap that's going on, right? But if you're doing a shake party for 100 people and you get 50 people started, that's great. And obviously, you're not going to do a shake party for 100 people all at once, because you're not going to be able to talk to them unless you're smart and bring some new distributors with you, right? That's how you build your team. Tell, show, try, do. So if anyone's struggling, actually, I haven't shared this in a while. So when I first started in the business, I was shy. I didn't want to talk to people. Like, face-to-face was not the business for me. I would say hi. I knew people, but I didn't want to talk to people about business or getting results. You know what we would do? We'd go down to the beach, because where we would do Fit Club on Sunday, and Mira would hold me accountable to talk to 50 people. Were we doing 50 a day? Or, yeah? It was 50 a day. It was just getting out there talking to people we're up to. Some of the time, I don't even know what I was saying. But guess what? Sometimes those were the people that actually came and got started on programs. But it was building that muscle to go do that, right? So, like, what you guys, I think there was a few of you guys that responded on Telegram yesterday about CEO. What does that mean for you? Yeah, it's 100% responsibility, 0 excuses. So really doing the work no matter what, and doing whatever it takes to build your business. This business, if you guys haven't hit the wall yet, is going to be the hardest thing you do, because it's going to make you most personally develop. Whatever you are not wanting to do and not growing, that's going to smack you in the face until you do. All different angles. Whatever if you need to learn patience, if you need to learn how to build relationships, if you need to learn how to be more confident and strong in how to talk to people about the business, like whatever that is, you need to work on that daily. That's why, I don't know if you guys have been watching these videos, but George and I have been posting Mark Hughes, Jim Rome. And the more I listen to Mark Hughes, which is crazy, is he has everything to build a business. And it's just the same videos over and over that I watch. But you get a different perspective each time. And he tells you certain things that you might hear on here, but when you hear from him, it's like, oh shit, this is a founder of this company telling me what to do, and these guys are telling me the same thing. I need to do it, right? Like, if you guys aren't listening to him, like, start listening to him. And Jim Rohn, both of them, they're connected to the business, right? This is where you get some inspiration. Even though it's like 20 years old, 10 years old, all that stuff, this is where you get that inspiration, right? And as you're doing these things, is learning to be coachable. I don't know everything. That's why I reach out to other people that have what I want. That's why we reach out to Mark and Jill, because they have what we want and we're learning from them. That's why we reach out to like Brian Holyfield or Laura Holloway, these people that have hit Press Team and are still working to build a business, not just sitting there chilling, right? These people are building a legacy and using Herbalife as a vehicle to create something bigger. Leslie Stanford, you guys were on that call with her, the Get Back Extravaganza call, right? I don't know if you guys really understand what she's done and the vision she creates for a lot of the, not only Press Team, but a lot of our team members, right? So for example, this is using Herbalife as a vehicle. So Leslie's been in the business, 37 years? Something like that, 37 years. Chairman or Founders Circle member. So that means 10 frontline diamonds, Press Team members in her front line. Doesn't mean she doesn't have a lot more. She has hundreds of Press Team in her organization. But when the natural disaster happened in Haiti, you know what she did? She flew her private jet to Haiti and back multiple times with supplies and food, while all the other commercial airlines could not get through. Talk about using this as a vehicle to do something, to give back, right? So it's not, when we're helping people, it's one thing getting them started on nutrition programs, but there's a lot bigger picture in your head, and you get to tap into that. That's why when we get off this call, I want you to go back to their goals for those 90 days and take it to the next level and talk about where do you want to be in 5 years, right? As a CEO in your business, as a CEO in any business, they like to project things, right? They want to see where this business is going to be in 5 years. So ask yourself, where do I want to be in 5 years? And what are you willing to sacrifice for that, right? Whether it's time, whether it's not watching football or watching sports all week, or watching TV, that favorite show. Like, it starts with those little things to take you to the next level, right? Because who wants to be in the same place they are right now in 5 years from now? If you do, keep doing what you're doing. No problem. Yeah, Darren, thumbs down. If you want to change that, you got to change yourself, right? Jim Rohn always says, in order for things to change, we must change. Don't ask for things to get easier. You work on yourself and become better, right? And then the last DMO, going back to that, is Fit Club. So with that, it's not just a workout. All these are funnels for ways to bring people in, right? Fit Club is a way, if you're a fitness person, if you like to work out, if you like to work out with people, this is your funnel. And not saying you have to do 6 workouts a week. It could be one mega workout. If you guys follow Style, he does TGIM on Mondays. That's his workout. That's his Fit Club. But he ties it around the mindset, right? And what it is getting people to come to where you're at and funneling them and showing them what's possible. Some people are going to love the workout and come to you, right? Some people are going to try the products and they'll be like, cool, I like them. I might know someone that likes them, and they'll refer you people. Some people might come, love to work out, get in the products, get amazing results, and a forever client. And other people are like, man, Joe, I see you doing this workout. I see myself creating this in my hometown. How do I get started in the business? And that's how, guess what happens? That's how you start to duplicate yourself. But all these avenues of funneling people aren't going to happen if you don't have the work or if you don't follow the structure to be able to be held accountable. Does that make sense? Right? Let me see, back to this. All right, so this is what I was talking about, funnel. Don't worry about it. This is little simple breakdown. All right, so your activity, your DMO. Let me see, someone had a question. Take control of your business. Yeah, let's go. Take control of your business. So perfect. So the top part, your DMO, whether it's nutrition clubs, whether it's fit clubs, whether it's shake parties, whether it's social media, right? Your intention is to funnel them in for you to get a contact info, right? Talk to them so you can be able to call them and be able to express what we're doing. If they want to be part of this movement, if they want to get results, if they want to build business, all that stuff. But when you talk to them, you do not want to overwhelm them with what's going on. You get their info and be like, cool, let's set something up and we'll talk later, depending on the conversation. But you don't want to be like, oh, cool, I got your number. Let's get started. We'll set you up with a program. You'll lose 21 pounds. You do this, and then you can start making money and doing it, right? People are like, what is going on? I just thought you were cool. Now you're trying to sign me up for I don't know what. So you got to understand that you got to separate some of these things, right? That's where the product presentation comes in. Whether it can be an HOM, right? Because people are showing results. It doesn't always have to be about products. They can sample something, shake party. They can come down to the club, taste the products. They can jump on the phone with one of your clients, or they might see one of your clients at the gym with you. So whatever that is separate, so they're building that relationship because you're touching them and talking to them multiple times. It's not just one time, right? So, and then you go into that, and what's the next step? After they taste their products, you ready to get started or you're not? And it's not that simple, but basically those are two steps, right? Either you get started as a preferred member or you become a distributor on the team, depending where they're at, right? Like I said, we don't like to start people as a distributor if they don't have people ready to get started. Why? Because why are we going to have them pay money out of their pocket and they haven't even made money, right? We want them to use the profit that they got from those clients to pay for their distributorship, right? Does that make sense for you guys? Thumbs up? Do you guys have any questions so far? This is no judgment. Like, I want you guys to be clear because I want us to take this to the next level and have the HOM call, the orientation call, 100 people. I got you, George. 100 people weekly and more. And then this call, we want to have each of us 5 new distributors, right? Like, so I want you guys to be clear on being able to duplicate yourself. So, George, what are we going to ask?
So what if somebody is eager to sign up as a distributor and they do not have 2 new people ready to go? What's the conversation with you?
Are they on products?
This is somebody you just met. They see what you're doing. They love everything. And they're like, yo, I want to become a distributor. I'm in.
Perfect. So this is different for each person. Like, I'm not going to tell someone not to sign up, but like if they're adamant, you're going to do that, they're going to sign up. So like, I'll give you my info. I'll get you, Jolena. But what I want you to do, I want them to understand is like, look, you're going to make some money in this business, but you can go make money anywhere else, right? But if you're not connected with the products, you haven't tasted them, you might get 3-4 people started because they know you or they're excited. But if you're not getting your own results, they're going to leave. They're going to be like, what is this guy trying to tell me to do? And he's not even doing it, right? So each conversation is different. Like, if you guys don't know what to do in that certain situation, reach out to one of us. We can talk to that person. We can help you out with some info on that. But it's the way we build the business is use, wear, talk, right? If they're not using the products, how do they know how it tastes? What's going to happen? That person's going to be like, okay, cool. Like, so this person asking me how, what this product does, or do we have products for this? Do we have the product for that? Is this taste good? Like now you're doing 10 times more work than actually following the steps, and it's taken away from other people that are actually working. Make sense?
Perfect. Thanks, Jay.
All right, perfect. Jolena?
So my uncle George, who's on the call, he approached me and he had to do some workouts with me. We did the workouts and he was like, I'm ready to go. No questions.
Mm-hmm.
For me, if someone's really and they're amped up, they're excited about their results they've had, I never want to turn anyone away or tell them to wait, because quite frankly, I know people that have gone to other people, so I always get them signed up. So even if that means I'm not getting necessarily the documented volume, I'm okay with signing someone up under those specifics. I personally sign them up still as a distributor, even if I don't get that documented volume.
Yeah, and what we do. Yeah, well, I would sign them up as a preferred member because they're in your. Why are you going to pay $100 for nothing? Like, and this is a learning lesson. What we did for myself, I had to learn this lesson too. Is people pay $100 and they're like, oh, I can get some products, but then guess what? They order their products and then they decide they don't want to do the business, and they get less products because they spend $100 on the distributorship versus $35 on the preferred membership, and then they no longer want to do the business because they never actually took on the business, and you don't get any documented volume, which you could have been getting documented volume the whole time until they made that switch. Does that make sense? So the preferred member locks them into your downline, so they can't go anywhere. But it's like, cool, you want to register? Let's register you as a preferred member. Let's get your results. Once those 2 people come in, let's go. And it's not always 2 people, but I'm just saying, you want to protect your business too, so you're not answering a million questions that are wasting your time when they're just a client. Make sense?
Right.
Perfect. Any more questions? Chanel, wake up, take some tea. All right. So this is an easy way to put money in your team's pocket and your pocket, right? Sign up a distributor, you got to hit DAP. This is what we focus on. And this is playing at an average level. I'm not saying that it's not good if they don't hit DAP or if they just hit DAP, it's okay. But remember the pilot program, you want to take that to the next level. So you want to have your goal is to hit supervisor, right? And the 1 to 2 months. But something that Jolena did, she hit supervisor in 1 to 2 months, and then the 3rd month she qualified DAP. She was already supervisor and first cut active supervisor. That's how you want to build it, and that's how you're building momentum, right? Because some of these people might not even know that they hit 3rd cut DAP, and they have a gift in their My Herbalife, and they get a gift and they're so excited. But yeah, so 5 to 7 clients each. If you want to take it to the next level and eventually do full-time, 5 to 7 clients each week and 2 new distributors every 2 weeks. If you want to take it slow and more controlled, you're doing this part-time, 5 to 7 clients plus a month and 2 new distributors each month with documented volume. It's not just sign someone up and just leave them there, right? So and then you got to focus on get, keep, and develop. So that's why these calls are important. I'll go into that. And then this is where you get these higher volumes, right? You see all these different volumes like 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K a month, like volume points. I'm not talking about Ks, volume points. They're doing $40,000 in business on retail a month or wholesale a month, right? So this is where it happens is they get distributors that are doing 1,000 volume points, 500 volume points, and there's no limit to how wide they can go, right? Make sense? So Darren, your first goal is to hit DAP this month, 5 to 7 clients. So these are just the magic of 20, right? We talk about 2,500. We talk about having 20 clients. This is why. So I'm going to break this down real quick. 20 consistent, loyal customers, having the best experience, plugging into the Telegram, getting results, all that stuff. It's been an experience, and this is not just our numbers. This is Tim Hendricks and a few other big organizations, right? That we need 30 people on the products to create 20 consistent loyal customers, right? Including the follow-up, putting in the work, creating that experience. So out of those 20 loyal customers, here's what's typical. 75%, an average of 15 stay as customers, right? So 15 customers, an average of 150 volume points, that's 2,250 volume points. That's just on your current clients, right? Reordering, taking care of them. So instead of trying to figure out how to hit 2,500 each month based on new clients, this is now your gap is 250, right? Who can do 250 volume points a month? Who can do that in a day? I know you guys can. You gotta just decide. Then last thing, 25%, an average of 5 of them become a new frontline distributor to you, right? Why? Because they got amazing results. They've been plugged in. They see people asking them what they're doing, and then you've had that conversation with them, right? So this is an average. This is above. The above is very typical and only average. So I want you guys to get clear on that. That's very low. All you guys are beasts on here. All you guys have that CEO mindset on here. They can double, triple, quadruple this if you guys decide to, right? So, Jasmine, you're talking about structure, asking questions. We'll close this call out with this. So this is our no matter what calendar, right? So I'll go back to screen share, but something that you got to focus on as a CEO, you get to create your schedule. Like, even if you talk to people on Uber, like, they get to create their schedule, right? But you want to maximize how you're building your business. You want to maximize the time that you're putting in so you can actually make the most amount of money in the time that you're actually working, right? You want to maximize that. So that no matter what calendar, what are you committed to no matter what? Like, this is how it's going to build your business. There's plenty of people out there that you saw at Extravaganza walking the stage, right? And if you go on their social media, every Monday they have Johan and Paemi have a focus group, right? Just like our call every Monday. Wherever they're traveling, they come back to make sure that they're there. That's no matter what, right? Whether it's a vacation, whether it's a trip that they're getting paid or going to speak at, like, no matter what. So this is ours. I want you guys to look at it. Some of it's similar, some of it's a little bit different. But I want you guys to create this and send this to your mentor. Why? Because this is what's going to help you guys build your business and become a little bit more accountable to the goals that you want to set for yourselves. So Monday, we got HOM. The times aren't on here because we all have different time zones, right? So HOM, I know every Monday. I'm on no matter what. Whether I have people or whether I don't. When I don't have people, it pisses me off, and it's that like gut check moment when you have a 0 on something, right? So ask yourselves, if you haven't been on HOM because you don't have people, what are you hiding from? Right? Next, first steps. If you guys have not, give it up for Jazz for doing first steps the last 2 weeks, right? If you guys are wanting to build a business and have not done first steps, that's your next step. Because George, Mira, myself, and Steph are tired of talking. Actually, I'm not tired. I can continue talking, but I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing us talk. So we want you guys to do first steps, feel confident about it. Then you guys lead HOM. Then you guys start leading distributor training when you're building a massive movement, right? When you're being consistent and active supervisor, building some team, and having that confidence. Make sense? So every Monday, no matter what, whether I'm traveling, whatever, I'm on. Tuesday is kind of open. We do a lot of stuff throughout the day. We have free. We have our STS call, actually. We run the STS out here in Chicago. So Tuesday night, that's our STS call. I actually have to add that. So we do that. And then throughout the day, we're following up with people, potentially meeting up with them to do weigh-ins here and working out with them. Wednesday, Shy 24 Sweat Lab. That's our fit club that we have, our container to contain some of the people that love fitness and also funnel in new people, right? Thursday is kind of in between. We try to pack the day with calls. We don't really have anything set in stone, so that gives us more leeway, right? Friday, 2020 supervisor call with Mark and Joe Addy. They've been having a lot of people on there that are moving and grooving. This is who you guys want to listen to. This is whether it's different DMOs, whether it's Nutrition Club, social media, all that stuff, right? Saturday, we have an active day. We'll do, depending on the weather, we'll do a beach workout. If not, we'll plan like a team trip outing to like a yoga or a HIIT training or something like that, right? Be around the team. So we get to tell, show, try, do with them, right? If you guys are uncomfortable with talking to people, take one of your team members with you and see if you'll talk to them, talk to people, right? Because you don't want to look bad in front of your team member, your new team member. You want to show them how it's done, right? So you go out and you're not going to be scared to go talk to that person or talk to these people and show them how to get an invite. And then Sunday, we have our client call. 30-minute client call, go over people's goals, nutrition topic. This is where we plug in the challenges, all that stuff. So we're seeing people face to face, right? So those are our no matter what. Like that schedule, everything around it I can do. But those days and times are I'm on the call, I'm on the phone, all that stuff, right? Does that make sense for you guys? Do you guys have you guys created a no matter what list before? And if no, it's okay. The reason why I'm saying this is because this is also a little gap that can be missing in the business, right? Because let's just say you're running fit camps. 1 week you're running it, the next week you're not. 2 weeks you're running it straight, and the next week you're not. How do people know when to show up? How do they know that to expect you there, right? So it doesn't matter if there's one person there, 10 people there, 0 people there, you're there. That's what no matter what means. That's what taking ownership and responsibility is, and having that CEO mindset. And guess what? There's 0 people there because we didn't do the work to get people there. It's no other one, like nobody else's like problem, or like you are the one to take ownership of your business, right? No one else's fault. So that's another thing that we get to take ownership, right? On an STS monthly, right? Make sure you go to those STS. If you want to build a business, you need to be at STS with people. Sound good? Thumbs up? Good? All right, we got like 2 minutes before we end this call. Do any of you guys have questions? And then before anyone has a question, next week, I'll confirm and post in the Telegram, but we have Johan and Paemi leading a training on Monday night. So we'll get the details out. That's from Leslie Stanford and Joe Addy. So we'll get the details out, and I'm pretty sure that the Zoom call might be maxed. So you do not want to be late, 1, and 2, you don't want to miss it. Like obviously you can watch a recording, but it's not the same, and you might not have it recorded. So, but before we end the call, any questions?